Oklahoma must improve educational opportunities while attracting and retaining more students in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math, called STEM, if it's to remain competitive in the 21st century. That was the message at Oklahoma's first STEM Summit, as educators, policymakers, and business leaders discuss ways to meet the demands of a changing economy.
The one-day STEM conference, hosted by Governor Mary Fallin, grew out of a plan unveiled at the National Governors Association meeting in Wisconsin earlier this month. The governor says her focus, as chair of the association, is on improving opportunities for the next generation of workers through an initiative called America Works, Education and Training for Tomorrow's Jobs. Part of that initiative is increasing education in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM. Fallin pointed to statistics which show that while 75% of jobs required only a high school diploma 50 years ago, that number has dropped to 40% today.
It's very clear that a high school diploma is no longer adequate to be able to get a good job in a middle-class life. And this nation must understand that a post-secondary education or a career technology certificate or a work certificate is the new minimum.
Fallin believes to maintain economic growth, the state must meet the demands of business and industry by closing a skills gap.
We can't be competitive as a nation or as a state if we don't make sure that we're meeting the needs of the business sector and the type of skill sets that they need, whether it's STEM type jobs, science, technology, engineering, or math, or whether it's having more degree completion within the state or having more career technology certificates so we can have professionals to enter into the workforce.
That means recruiting more students, including young women who have traditionally been underrepresented in the STEM fields. According to the U.S. Department of Commerce, women make up almost half the workforce, but hold less than 25% of STEM jobs. The disparity between men and women is evident in Oklahoma colleges and universities. The latest numbers from the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education show more than 3,600 males graduating with STEM-related degrees, compared to fewer than 1,700 females, a difference of more than 2 to 1. Becky Foster heads up the STEM program in the Oklahoma Career Tech system. She believes the key to attracting more females into STEM fields is to catch their attention when they're young.
Getting women and minorities excited, even at the elementary age, telling them about the possibilities of STEM jobs in Oklahoma, just getting the excitement of STEM, and actually, if you can get them early, they'll stick with the program.
One way to maintain enthusiasm among both male and female students is through innovative programs such as the First Robotics Competition. The competition challenges students to build a robot that will perform specific tasks, such as picking a package off the floor or throwing a frisbee. Roger Ferris is an instructor at the Gordon Cooper Technology Center in Shawnee.
Beginning in January, our team members work till, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, 5 or 6 nights a week for 6 weeks, because that's all the time we have to build it. And they learn skills that they have no idea about when we start.
After the robots are finished, the teams will compete in a regional competition in Oklahoma City. That's where the mechanical marvels show off their abilities.
See if they can get up to the 30-point there quick. They're already up for 10 points, going for 20.
You think of it like a sporting event. It's the best way. It's not like destroying robots or blowing things up, because it's hard to build these. And believe it or not, it seems cool on TV, but destroying a robot would be a whole lot of wasted work. But there's a point system, there's offense, defense, different robots that work better than others.
16-year-old Adam Click says the competition is fun, but it also has a practical side.
So it's kind of giving a student a chance to be an engineer, to build with a limited budget, to try and build as efficiently as possible, and to impress judges with it.
One area that seems to be attracting more females is the biosciences. Avery Hicks attends the Red River Technology Center and plans to pursue a career in medicine. She was drawn to STEM by the hands-on nature of the coursework.
We run a lot of labs. We get to work in the lab almost every day and do experiments just to prepare us for when we actually do go to college, just to be one step ahead.
Avery Bakavoy is a student at the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center in Ardmore. She also sees a future in a STEM-related field.
Yeah, I do. I want to actually be a pediatrician, but the science aspect of it really helps with what I want to be.
Fiona McAllister helped launch the Bioscience Academy in Ardmore 8 years ago. She says they approach the curriculum from several angles.
We do medical biotechnology, agricultural biotechnology, environmental biotechnology, and then kind of lead into industrial manufacturing, pharmaceutical production. So one of the good things is we can recruit students with a wide range of interests in the STEM fields.
The Academy also benefits from partnerships with the Samuel Roberts Noble Foundation and the Oklahoma State University Institute of Agricultural Biosciences.
The second year students actually end up spending about 6 weeks doing an internship in the lab with a scientist, a PhD level scientist, or their employees, and do independent research of their own, work on a collaborative project that's already up and running, or they may actually work with somebody different every week, so they get a really good feel of what it's like to be in a research environment.
Governor Fallin hopes the STEM Summit will become an annual event, enabling policymakers and educators to develop a roadmap for the state's future while encouraging more young people to become involved in STEM.